We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Jalen Ramsey and how he will transform this Dolphins defense when he returns. I know there's some conflicting reports, but all it tells me is his return is coming soon, if not this week, then the weeks following after. And I really just went and watched two games, this game versus the Seahawks and the game versus the Chargers, his last two games in the Rams uniform, which the Rams run the exact same scheme, and just the two different ways he was used in that game. Like, he just offers such special versatility week to week, and he helps you dictate coverages, like, really going to help just change this whole Dolphins defense. And even when they don't need to change or do anything crazy, like adding, just leaving him on an island or things like that, and they just go normal concept, it just shows you how good of a player he is too, just being out there. He really understands the system. But here, Seahawks, first play of this game, Ramsey gets this interception. Just line up on Metcalf out here, 1-on-1. Rams are playing a variation of match 3, so he's basically just man-to-man here. He's matching this guy up, and it allows you to, you have Ramsey now. You can play some press. You can play soft to this side, but just leaving him isolated over here, they're very comfortable with this. But he's basically tight 1/3 match this. Look at him read the hips. Dolphins have struggled with inbreakers all year, and he's just such an instinctive player, reading that, outside hip, and he's seeing this cut, so he undercuts it. Really good instincts, get the interception, big time plays. Just adding that type of thing to the defense adds so much. Plus, he's left to just this single side, like with no help really at all, to over here. Like, look how much numbers they're able to add to this side of the formation to, take away other route concepts, things like that. And Ramsey, very, very special. I think he just changes the whole, like, even if it's not right away, like the first game he plays, second game he plays, at some point, like, I just feel like when he gets comfortable, it could be instantly, that this defense is going to go up to a different level, and I think Ramsey's like that catalyst. Look how the Rams have this situation. It's a 3rd and 6. It gets completed to the other side, but look where Ramsey is, bottom of the screen, 1-on-1, and look at all the numbers at the top. Rams basically go into like a one lurk type situation, and all the numbers to this side of the field, they completely just leave Ramsey 1-on-1, no help. The lurk safety's looking to the 3 by side. This safety's playing deep middle, and Ramsey's left on this island, which he does a good job staying in phase, not allowing Metcalf to bully him. And there's all these numbers to this side of the field. It gets completed, but just imagine in the Dolphins defense, when you can just leave a player isolated, you don't have to throw like a second guy over here to help this out, and you have him cheat towards the middle of the field. Football is literally just a numbers game, and having different distributions to the opposite side of the field, and you can just leave a guy isolated like this a lot, and you don't have to do it every time, but to mix up coverages, it just gives Fangio so much more versatility with his play calling. Same type of situation. He's left on the backside of 3-by-1, but he's not playing press man this time. They're playing cover 3. Look at the numbers to this side of the field. This is insane. Usually, like, when you have 4 guys over here, you would have, like, because they end up with 4, you would have 5, and basically they end up with 6 with this linebacker playing the middle of the field. They're all looking over here to distribute these route concepts. All of these guys basically to take away 3 with one guy down in the flat being a running back, while they leave Ramsey isolated with the tight end on the back side, and then they're just playing cover 3. It allows these corners to play tight here, everyone to squeeze their receivers, their tight ends, because they have so many extra bodies. Usually you see like a box type of coverage over to a side of a field. You have a box or maybe even a triangle. Here they got 5. They got a box with a guy in the middle of it too, just absolutely insane. They got double triangles right here. This middle guy, but that's pretty insane. The distribution and just how they're able to use their defensive backs, just because Jalen Ramsey can play a side of the field by himself. Plus, Ramsey, he's just such a good football player. Like, we've seen the Dolphins struggle with these types of plays where either they try to get too tight on the inbreaker and it goes back to the outside and they take themselves out of position. We just saw Devontae Smith beat Eli Apple on a play like this last week, like, because Apple had been struggling staying tight to these plays over the middle, being super hesitant. And then Ramsey, we saw in the first play, gets super tight to it. And even here, when he tries to get over the top, slightly gets out of position, and the guy works into his blind spot, he's able to just center field turn, get right back into a perfect spot. These are high-level football plays. His intelligence is off the chart. Now this is nowhere to be thrown here. Basically, Gino kind of just has to throw it away late. Overall, Ramsey is going to change the dynamic. All those drives where it's like a 3rd down and some guy just comes open late versus Apple or something like that, and now Ramsey being out there, it allows Cole to play in the nickel. You have Howard on the opposite side. You feel so much better about the secondary, and then the D line the linebackers are all playing at their best they've played this season, so this defense could really, really go to the next level. Here, Ramsey gets the interception. It's not even the most impressive interception. Like, Rams are playing cover 3, and he just stays, like, doesn't just cover grass. He goes with it. They're rolling, he has to roll out to the left here. And a lot of times when you're playing, like, these true zone coverages, you can just drop back, maybe gain some depth in case this guy works over this way. But he just sticks with it, sees everyone flowing away from him, understands the situation that Geno's rolling out. He's not going to throw it back to the other side of the field, so I don't have to cover grass. And the ball is slightly overthrown, and he's in the position to get the interception. These are plays that change a game. A 3rd and 3, and here's Ramsey in man-to-man. They allowed him to shadow a shadow receiver, especially when it was Metcalf. But even this is man-to-man right here. This guy runs a slant. He sees that he's basically not even really running it. He's trying to rub this. And he's now, once he gets control of Metcalf here, he's playing with his eyes through to the quarterback. And he sees that they're trying to throw this, route behind him to lock it. So he peels off of it, makes a play, helps disrupt it at the catch point, gets the pass deflection on a play that he's not even supposed to be involved in. These are just special things that, like, only rare players make or even have the chance to make, and Ramsey's one of them. Ramsey is also a top-tier run defender when he needs to play down in the box. He can play safety. Like, if Ramsey isn't, like, 100% from the injury and he can't play, like, fully on the outside with his speed or something, or even, like, later in his career, like, if he loses a step, he could come down and just be, like, a nickel, a linebacker, a safety type. Like, basically do what Charles Woodson did and do that for many years. Like, that's why I would keep Jalen Ramsey around, even when he, potentially loses a step, if he still wants to play, because he can play pretty much any position, and you don't need to play outside corner for your entire career, because he was a dominant, like, safety in college, and he's very physical. He's got great instincts near and at the line of scrimmage. As I'm going to get to the Chargers game, where he played mostly down in the slot, played pretty much anywhere they wanted him to, and he's just a huge playmaker. 3rd and 7 situation, Rams playing in a variation, 3 match. They bring 5 up front, so, you have less guys in coverage. Look at Ramsey's outside leverage. Look at the condensed split. This is a tough ask, and Ramsey just gets into the hip pocket. This is like the easiest completion versus the Dolphins right now, where they go tight like this. Like, look at the Panthers game. They would go in the condensed split. The corner has to naturally play, high outside leverage, then running, cover 3, cover 9, whatever you want to call it. And then Metcalf, receiver, goes over the middle like this, and Ramsey's able to just close quickly. Like, even if this ball is thrown with, like, timing, like right here when Metcalf starts to break, Ramsey closes that gap instantly, and it would at least had a chance to make a play when, other players on this team wouldn't have had that chance, or we've seen that example throughout this year. So just having him in those situations is going to change so much. Here's Ramsey down in the slot playing in the nickel versus the Chargers. This was literally the week before that Seahawks game, week 17, and they're playing cover 6. They're playing quarters to this side of the field, and he's, just like a hook right here, match number 2, usually 2-to-1, get hands on. But 2 works across the formation. The running back becomes a number 2. He gains his depth right here just in case this guy breaks, so he can take away the throwing lane. But now he's reading through. He sees Herbert rolling out, so he opens up his hips. Look at the transition. Close downhill. Try to throw it underneath to the running back. He can play down in the flat, close these plays so fast. Honestly, I think he might even be an even better player when he's in this type of position. The Dolphins are going to really need him to play outside, and he's still, one of the best there. He'll get beat from time to time. I mean, every corner does. It's a tough ask to play that position. But I think even him, like, making plays near the line of scrimmage as a nickel safety type, he is always making some type of an elite play. But that's, just the type of player he is, because he can really do it all. Dolphins have loved to bring some blitzes this year. We've seen it with Kohu. We've seen it with, like, Justin Bethel. They like to bring their DBs. They'll bring some linebackers as well. He is an exceptional blitzer. He is very comfortable blitzing, timing these things up. He even gets, like he's not even on the screen here. He doesn't even come on the screen for a while, but he's able to, take a great angle. They hold on to the ball. He's got good ball skills. He always goes for, like, the strips, the knockdowns, things like that. I think this one counted as incomplete because Herbert's arm was coming forward. But Ramsey always making high-level plays like this. Just the versatility is so amazing. Last play, thunder breakdown here for Jalen Ramsey. They get him down the slot, 3rd and 10. They're showing like a quarters split safety look pre-snap. Rose hates him to be in like a cover 6. And you can just see Ramsey, the versatility that it offers. Like, look at Keenan point this, right? He points like, ooh, Ramsey is either playing, man to man on me, straight up press, or he's blitzing. Usually when they point like that, they think they're trying to blitz, like they're disguising their coverage. So he's pointing that out to Herbert, but he doesn't. It's neither of those things. He's showing press, lets it go. It forces Keenan to give a release like that is unneeded, and now he's working into all this help. And then Ramsey just instantly gets out into the flat, takes away this first option here, and then is able to gain depth in case this would have sat down. And it forces Herbert to basically just throw away, because how you're able to disguise your coverage pre-snap with Ramsey in there, it's just very, very special and unique what he's able to do. And most players aren't like that in the NFL. Like, even the best corners can't just come down and do these types of things on a consistent basis, and Ramsey could do it pretty much every play if he wanted to. So if you guys know the video, like, he could really change things. Could be this week, next week, maybe even after the bye. I don't know, but at some point soon, he's going to come in and help really take the defense to the next level. You could see, if you saw the Fangio press conference, it's the most excited I've ever seen him. So if you guys know the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.